Let's talk about the specific athletes that might actually break this record. The first one is Eliud Kipchoge. Let's have a look at his profile. He's the Olympic champion, all right? Won the Olympic title in Rio last year, and is also the Berlin champion from 2015, 2:04.00. And you remember the issue with the Nike shoe that many say made him not break the record at that time. He won London Marathon in 2016, that is last year, with a personal best of 2:03.05, just 8 seconds outside of the record. And everyone knows how difficult London is. So being 8 seconds outside the record was something very, very commendable, at least for Eliud. And then early this year in May, he ran the Nike Breaking 2 in Monza. 2:00.25. This is not registered as a record because it did not follow the IAAF regulations. So on paper, really, it's by far the fastest marathon ever. Elias, let's talk about this gentleman. Everyone thinks that he might be the guy who actually finally breaks this record. What happened in 2015 with the shoe, most people say, contributed to him not winning that record. How prepared is he this time round?
Well, Eliud is very much prepared. Last week, I spent a few days with him in Kaptagat in Eldoret, and looking at his physical condition, looking at his mental condition.
Yes.
The guy is really focused. And you spoke about the shoes right there. And earlier I've spoken to Nike, who said that he's going to use the Nike Vapor Elite. Those are the shoes he used in the Breaking 2 attempt, which are, made to make the foot more comfortable. And they say they kind of roll instead of jumping up and down. So it's technology. And Eliud has personally been involved in, creating this shoe. All the design work, they consult the athlete, and he was consulted. And he told me last week that everything is okay. He likes the shoe. Yes. And looking at him here, it's really waiting for tomorrow.
Now, the Monza Breaking 2 race, that was designed to just push the human being to the limits that can be. How is this going to contribute to him attempting this record? 2:00.25.
Well, he has said it himself that, the world record is slower than his PB, which, people have been laughing around here saying, yeah, the guy, he knows what he's saying because he ran 2:00.25 in Monza, and the world record is 2:02.57. So obviously, over 42K is run faster than the legal world record.
Yes.
Now, earlier today, there was a technical meeting right here at the Intercontinental Berlin, where the pace for the halfway mark was set at 60.45. That is 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Yes.
And 45 minutes, which is actually 1 hour quicker, exactly 1 hour quicker than it was when Dennis Kimetto broke the world record in 2014.
Okay.
The implication is that the projected time will be under 2:02. That is 1 hour, 2 hours, 1 minute and maybe 50-something seconds.
How possible is that? How possible is that, Elias?
Yeah, it is very possible. The pacemakers are being paid for their job. Geoffrey Rono, we have Sami Kitwara, we have Gideon Kipketer, who've been told, you guys have to cross the halfway line, the halfway mark at exactly 60.45.
Yes.
Then, they go another 10K, another 9K, another 35-kilometer mark, 30-kilometer mark.
Yes.
The three guys, Wilson, Kenenisa, and Eliud will be left alone. So if they push that pace, if they go according to what the race director, Mark Milde, has told them to do a few minutes ago, then the world record will go. All
right. Let's have a look at the second Kenyan in this, Wilson Kipsang, the former world record holder from 2013. And Kipsang set the record in 2013, 2:03, breaking what was Patrick Macau's record by 15 seconds. The record before then was 2:03.38. And then he also holds the best time of the year 2017, 2:03.58. He ran in Tokyo in February, the first of the World Marathon Majors Series races. And then he finished second to Bekele in Berlin in 2016 with a personal best time of 2:03.13. So mentally, Elias, this is someone who knows how to break that record on the Berlin course. He holds the fastest time this year, set in Tokyo, and also second with a personal best last year in the same course in Berlin. Kipsang could actually as well be the man to do it.
Yeah, and I've never seen anybody more confident than Wilson.
Yes.
Again, in Iten last week, I spent a couple of days with him. And he was saying he's broken the world record before. He knows how it feels. He's been on this course in Berlin. He knows every corner, and he's got a very good pace setter, Geoffrey Rono,
Yes.
who he's been training with in Iten. Of course, they've gone through their notes, and he's confident that he can do it. He's the only man who's run under 2:04 four times. 2:05 four times, showing that he's consistent. He's more mature. He's got more marathons in his legs than both Eliud and Kenenisa.
Okay.
So it's a matter of wait and see.
We're very proud to be in Kenya, a country that has contributed enormously to the history and the luster of our international sport. I know that as a competitor. My competitive career was defined by many of your greatest athletes like Mike Boyd. I'm a very big admirer of everything that Kenya has achieved in athletics, so I'm delighted that we are here for the first World Athletics Championships in Africa.
Some nations actually pulled out of this event, citing security and more so political reasons. What is the position of the Council when it comes to such?
Our responsibility was to make sure these were a great championships. We still have 130 countries here. There's no championship, world championship at youth level or junior level anywhere in the world that has that many countries competing. And there are not significantly less countries competing here than have competed at previous editions.
With regard to the amount of work we've put in place for this, does it set the pace for maybe the Council awarding Kenya hosting rights for the senior track and field event in the future, or maybe a leg of the Diamond League?
At this moment, I'm very encouraged by what I've seen. We will clearly want to sit down with the local organising committee at the end of the championships. I will listen to what our technical delegates have. This was important to us. It was important that we absorb everything we possibly can, and it's my ambition. I was very clear when I became president. I want to see more events of this kind being held in Africa.
Use of substances or drug cheats for that matter. Kenya has put in a lot of measures to ensure that we at least control that menace. We've set up the Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya. We have, financed by the government, by the way, we have set up a doctors network to take care of the medical needs of our athletes, and still we are still under the monitoring list of the IAAF. Why is that?
We're working closely with the Kenyan Federation. The Kenyan Anti-Doping Agency is relatively in its infancy, in its new format, and we want to make sure that that is working optimally. And all these things are important to make sure that you have systems in place that give comfort and security, not only to the IAAF, but to other clean athletes from around the world.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.